Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, where they will shake down thunder from the sky to cheer on their Fighting Irish and hoping that plenty of echoes will reverberate in victory at the end of the game. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Yellow Jackets will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
The receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And, Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that's speed. It's too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Out of the gun, the inside give. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical. They love running the football. That's their identity. But the defense getting that stop on 3rd and short against the run, that sets a very clear message that they've shown up to play. They know it's coming, and they're going to be here all day.
The Yellow Jackets offense has its first opportunity of the day. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and...
Throws toward the end zone. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
I think because of where they are on the field right now, close to midfield, made that decision a whole lot easier for the head coach to decide to go for it on that 4th down.
To the ground with the back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give out of the gun. And he does a really... Finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, to get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nowhere to go there. And it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Virginia notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Charlottesville is worth its weight in gold to the Cavaliers. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Hands it off. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, that's not the start this offense wanted. Your starting running back puts it on the ground on his very first carry. This is a guy they need to have a big game. They need him to get his confidence going, and that last play isn't going to do that.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Notre Dame right back to the line. Leaves it with the running back. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on
touchdown Irish! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. The offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops from and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. He'll just keep slinging it. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. All wideouts, no backs. From the gun on 3rd down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
On the move. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. He's looking to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Running back searching for a hole. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? Getting some heat. He'll pull it down. Turns it on in midfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. He'll come out throwing on first down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught
it. They'll give it to the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Ramsey. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. quarterback changing the plays at the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Makes the catch. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play under first down. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Taylor. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. And the Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll take it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Here come the Irish back on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, David.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
From the gun, running back on the move. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. NC State looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over that field at will. They're up by 35 over the Coyotes. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oh, the ball squirts out. How about that alert play for the defense to corral that fumble?
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. That is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to run for it. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him. Let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
Gets behind those pads, picks up 4 on the play, but it's still a 4th down and 3. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. First down to start the drive after the break. Power football with the run. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Wood. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Notre Dame right back to the line. Got it back on 2nd and goal. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Trying to barge their way in. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in.
Touchdown, Irish! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And I love these designed runs, goal to those situations. Gotta have it. I know I get an extra blocker with now my quarterback running the football, being decisive, getting downhill, getting in the end zone.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And now the hit knocks it loose. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the stomping has commenced. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense obviously just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the returner will be brought down. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Fires to the big fella. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Williams. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This is quickly turning into a celebration. As they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake, but this game is well in hand.
Handoff from the gun. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, keep the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the route is on.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Georgia Tech, 3.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call